promoted the democratic tendencies. Thank you very much. Good morning. The 4th December 2021 presidential election took place in a competitive and vibrant campaign environment. All candidates met with voters throughout the country to send their messages. It promoted the democratic tendencies within Gambian society and a growing transitional perspective. This tendency, however, was disconnected from the structural problems and lack of fundamental reform. The money-driven campaigns and the advantage of the incumbent also led to an uneven playing field between contestants. Polling and counting were well administered during a peaceful election day. The extensive participation of citizen observers, including fact-checking initiatives, helped voters navigate the process and contributed to its transparency. The legal framework provides a minimal basis for conducting democratic elections. Also, there are critical gaps that require significant reform. As no comprehensive constitutional or electoral reform has taken place, previous EU election observation mission recommendations in key areas, including restrictions on the right to vote and stand, challenges to candidate nomination, and campaign finance rules remain unaddressed. The IEC has been held in high value by stakeholders since the 2016 presidential election. This public standing was getting less after court findings that the IEC had acted unlawfully. The duties of the IEC are very broad, but the capacity of the institution is modest. There have also been concerns raised by various interlocutors about a lack of transparency on aspects of their work, with minimal information put into the public domain. The IEC announced that just 6 nominations had been accepted. The other 15 had been rejected. There had been a brief period of public review during which objections could be made by voters. Interested parties, however, were granted access for just 5 minutes. This exercise was not meaningful, as voters did not have a real opportunity to scrutinize the documentation and gather the information required to make grounded objections. Throughout the campaign, freedoms were largely respected, and campaigning was issue-based, also highly personalized. Social media was employed widely. Throughout the country, campaigns met with voters extensively at large rallies in towns, down to small meetings at the village level. Women took an active part, also they were rarely in leadership positions. Lack of campaign finance regulation added to an unlevel playing field. This was shown by widespread distribution of goods and gifts, giving the incumbent an undue advantage. Despite journalists and citizens being able to voice their opinions, the media legal framework severely restricts freedom of expression. In practice, the allocation of TV licenses to big business undermined media freedom and pluralism. The media rules on campaign coverage provide for free airtime and the right to purchase airtime, but unduly restrict candidates' right to free speech. Facebook, with some 500,000 users, was the prime online discussion forum on elections. WhatsApp was instrumental in mobilizing the electorate while also accelerating the spread of false news that gave a wrong picture of the campaign environment. The Gambia's top 10 news infotainment pages on Facebook upheld a strong and pluralistic debate. However, disinformation confused voters, while tribal rhetoric shrank this space for a fact-based debate. National fact-checking gave more transparency and made electoral integrity stronger. Women have been active, also their role in the presidential race has been limited. One woman tried to be nominated but was rejected. Further positive action is needed to promote political participation for dismissed groups. Election day was calm and voter turnout high, with long queues throughout the day. The overall performance of polling staff was assessed as good. Also, limited difficulties were observed. Some undermined the secrecy of the vote. Counting procedures were not always followed and results forms were not always publicly posted or provided to candidate agents. Final results were announced with progress by constituency, which promoted transparency. Thank you very much.
Greetings. Greetings, Gambians. European Union, this is the statement given to the worldwide Dunia Bekono from the European Union. European Union used diplomatic language deliberately to reject the 4 December presidential elections. This shows that the elections in the Gambia is not transparent. The European Union blasts the media household in the Gambia for sideline with the government. And in fact, they call them as pro-government propaganda machines. This reminds me of my program I did in July, in April, shortly during the registration and after the voter registration. If Model Foyer remember, I was watching my video I played during this time, which I clearly made it that the IEC installed a new software by retrieving the 300,000 votes Jammeh was questioning. Gambia never listened to me. Now, let's go back to the stories. Macky Sall trained few of the Gambians Independent Electoral Commission staff, the IT students. In IEC IT department, there are few people did training in Senegal. This revelation You either take it or not. This is authentic. I should have known this one earlier on, but ninyi mistake ul manke nyindol fanatina lola. There are few employees from IEC. Nale ajibe Gambia election on nyata start lale. I think the UDP government should definitely listen to our revelation from December when IEC decided to cancel the registration, while some of their staffs in Senegal are not ready with their IT training. This is a software engineering. Mealongo Market Salala introduced in West Africa. Listen to my revelation. Listen to my analysis. As I am sick, another Samuel and Father, the people will remember this. Yes. This software introduced by Makesala. I've been talking to the Gambian people. They can never listen to me. But I hope you will understand some of the key points that is always my concern. Makesala ni software ni introduce. Ye mole training me ko Gambia dingol lemu IT expert le lemuti ye samba ye software engineering ye trainer how to rig the election in favor of incumbents. If this thing continues in the Gambia, Adama Barrow will stay another 30 years, far more than Yaya Jammeh. If left unchallenged, I have to revise my statement. I withdraw my first statement about UDP. I want UDP to follow this to the last minute. I want the entire Gambians and opposition leader, including Mama Kande, to follow this up to the last minute. There is a solution to every dubious act. This software is installed in the IEC database and another computer or another office, a mini IEC office installed in State House. The same IT department installed in State House Nyenel mu multi well, in some of the IT staff one of them is Mr. Ba from IT department. Well, in collaboration, okay. This registration of Gambia IEC. Aladi Mamurunjai has zero idea about it. Gambians, I swear to the Holy Quran, Nsenkali Quranola. Aladi Mamurunjai has zero ideas about these elections. Yamunege, before doing this, after all these trainings, Gambians, listen carefully. Listen carefully. This revelation, there's nothing joke in this. There's no joke in this. After this training, because whatever training can IEC mampare, very prayer trainer silang, iko IEC go ahead. Bariyake nyadid. The first of all, Adama Barrow na timo yi operator nyadid. Itara Gambia Bureau of Statistics le. Ikavadamento GBOS. Institutional men ka Gambia la population be read. Ayalon ko mojele mu Gambia dingolti. From 0 to 18 and from 18 to 100. Ikavuje officer ni ikavuje GBOS. Nyin GBOS nyin Gambia bela data be ole kono, including the foreigners. When they get into the GBOS, ye Gambia data information also. In other long, how many foreigners believe free or banko nyinka? They come up with that ideas. Ye IEC approach. Iko IEC eko nita 1 million vote lela, including the foreigners in the Gambia. From 0 to 18. ani moje lebe kala 18 years till December. When they know that statistics, they have this idea in IEC nada. IEC ko 1 million. Alai mabunja ko 1 million is too much based on Gambia statistics. So that was a pushing and pulling. Adama Barrow government doesn't want to support the IEC operating financially. So pushing and pulling, IEC nada tandila ko okay. This IEC members will many anoke, but Adama Barrow la dido nyin kama. Wana na IEC la kiama no nyin convince katandala ko. Okay, but at least Gambia no nyin menyanta register lebi there is nothing less than 900,000. But the actual Gambians me alonko are registered at Gambia konole ranging from 500 to 600,000. I'm at 600,000 of OC. Then they begin with their registrations. Yela information will be installed. IEC natanala registration time on post date. Ya nyorindi. Till April. O time on konole, itoliela masingol tanga yimfona program ol konole. Gambian never listen to me. They have their own machines. Menka ID card produce. Jumala munyindi. Ubanku dingome yalonko. Ilaftaka Gambia la ID card la process nyindiala. Wallahi billahi tala. Ngayon fana programo kono back in those days. December, January. Kara February kan. Wallahi. Na yung platform mo tila nga fajane. They have their own machines. May alonko they produce the same ID card, voter's card, like Gambia Independent Electoral Commission commended. Nito ya register, ika enter o database nina kono. Ufana be appeal le IEC la data ni kono. But it only in prepare for parita. They targeted 1 million people. Biri ya prepare, ika IEC la registration o time ole batu. Ning IEC be registration o kela, nyindol ba enter kan data ni kono. Ani molmen be State House, woni IEC la IEC headquarters molmen bije, wala kanyi data sol enter nyola. Nina na jibe ye mistake o soro damento. IEC could double case on about the registrations. Because what time on in after the conclusion, the number of people men registered is more than 1 million. It's more than 1 million. So IEC na foko duplication on registration dollar in adana dolel delete ye number in delete ye number in dropped till 962,157 or 177. This is how they reach these elections. Problem on arena kedamento. Whereby Nala jibe lumena election on yimbe kondila by 2 o'clock in the night. Let's say from 12 o'clock, nkomanda any update nyinkela. This was our findings. And then after 2 or 3, the election was reached. Many people don't understand. But this is the reality. So bring what information on you delete from the registering system. In Adana they talk about the electoral regions. The number if you to infiltrate no la nyadi le sang, nying election obe keno la nyadi le silang. The number nying, how can they get these informations? These both teams, the team in State House and the team in IEC headquarters, they have to work together during this election time. And this is how they did. But so, sir, electoral consequences, election on Incadamento, regional menialon Kobiria Dama Keti Parita Tumamena. It was 40. Gambia Bay Konomenkadaje, it was 40. It was 40. I'm telling you this. But it only namoneke. In another 13 polling station or 13 femkoletaya insert in the whole of this process, which is IEC la system on kono, IEC la system on kono beoleto, and then nyindula nyindo ye nying 300 and something femkol minuta ya be divide into this 13 region kono. Yes, in this 13 regional kono, each polling station, they try to put their own statistics. They're trying to divide, distribute to the all of these 13 districts. Very pareta the election results after the voting. This other part, party militant from along what is existing. They don't even know these polling stations are even existed. UDP la candidate obijere selected by themselves. Ila agent all these political party men contester ibela agent will be in ladola. Ibe sirila bungole kono. They created forms and election oketa nyimbela and be confirmed ko omo APR sila agent leti GMC la GDC la agent leti nyindomo UDP la agent leti. This is how they infiltrate this electoral system. But nima alone you train for consecutive 3 to 4 months. January, February, March, April. 3 to 4 months training from December, January, February, March to April. They train them how to operate this system. A system only one few Gambia UDP agents sold many alonko. They are very smart enough to detect their strategists. What happened to one intelligent boy? Oketa mendole. I'm around nyani mafano. Election on yinketa tumamenna. Results on yimbe announced a quantity damage be a confirm. Inela kaito lekana. Itolemen kela fansumbu kono la private house kono ka keje koni number car ne sota nyim polling station karen. Inu results ol kanale. Me alanko never existed. This is the strategy, folks. Inu results ol kanale. Continue beka kedamento. Iko figo letaya insert adama barola kuol nyinkono. Agent ol nyinkono. Adama barola polling agent. They will have a direct contact with that guy. Wolbe tala. Ibe formamen la kuntundila UDP la DPT li nyati leona. Ka tanila ko. This was signed by NPP during the collection. Iko formo yimbondi jele. Itolela personal figo formo yinsambane yo sign. Iko only UDP la entire lanyo kang. But it need to make check ni UDP winter damento bake ikamoneke itola figure ni ka talale ibuko continent ko ibuko samana ko take ikaw drop le so UDP la winter damento bake ani MPP mensoro ibe MPP tale di la UDP la ye UDP nyin tata yodi MPP la but it agent onima observant you cannot understand because UDP la one of the agent la observe birina la tumamena UDP over 2000 plus sotoje vote NPP 1,000 and something, 1,800 and something. But this intelligent boy may alako UDP la agent or where detect le. Birina ratuma menadrong, ye paper nin jansui bulo kono tenedrong, komen ka falling. Ako eko no, hey, wait. No, UDP enyine sotojan. And this is NPP. But biri wo kwenye follow tuma menarek, ye kwenye be yon fanday wale nyama, ye odlato tu wale nyama, ye mo odlato ching. Ye any suspicious mind soto dawde, buko odlato ma. Ika oto jere. So UDP ka bino odlato. But agent minima detect no juna. Ikawleli use ye on figure nyinati ya change immediately wala ni suspected domani tuma mena UDP mensoro ladron ikawle ton yake adama barotati ye figure nyintuje. So very result nyimbe announce la. That's where the IT department in State House and in the IT department in IEC ye problem also road lato ye contradiction of start world because some of the figure nyi bo delete lale ika calculate le ya delete ye biggest imagine on so dame yo to reduce nang ne UDP ta falindamento yo ta ya umaino si ake domandindi yo ta ya put system on kono nyala put as a talino. So nale di long break men so nunje there was a big figo nying me alonko carte membe fightanu report wal men kananu atata for 754. But the remaining remaining vote meant to tanunje ila data nyinkono watata 236,000. Ni ulbe la nyoko watata kanya 190,000. So ila long break time on nyinkono ya try ka ufigo nyine bid down mojele nyin soto adama baro nyanda jele soto la indlato yoleta ya bid down kakiko ikana exactly amount of vote nyin soto me register kaje ko wole vote ta Gambia kono Gambia di umen fon register is less than 600,000. So, Nyenamo strategy the UDP, this is what they fail to understand. This system, it is installed, it's a software. Mobija Mealonko is a Ghanaian. The Ghanaian Obijeno Mealonko, he wanted to hack the entire system before the elections. But the UDP, one of the representatives, was the one in communicating with this personal guy. I don't need to mention the name here. Listen, I spoke to one of them, United Democratic Party militants, back in this time. Because you know what? Do you know this is exactly what is happening? Because you know, that was back in before the live video. Because you know at Kenola, in the sun. But you either take it and don't be overconfident. This is exactly what is happening. Mark my word. Then you know what UDP need to do in order to tackle these people? You need to have a radical ideas. UDP nyanatala jibosle. Right now, Santeng, United Democratic Party, Altaji, Janibe jibos infiltrate la. Canada fana increase to that amount. Alta Gambia statistics of Gambia Bureau of Statistics. Albalonal each region, more jelebiji from 0 to 18 and from 18 to this time. Nali will be calculate no. Alias Samana. Compared to this region, these voters, the number of votes may register. Alba for any cotonia to Yamaka Wulia for Gambia Dingoleja Nebukalala. Billahi wallahi tallahi. If Gambia United Democratic Party, if GDC, they went to G-Boss the director, they are citizens of the Gambia and they are political party. They have every right to get access to Gambia data. Gambia information is quite important. Nindun G-Boss, ye data la sotomia la kile data kake online. Alafo United Democratic Party la militant or United Democratic Party. And in GMC, GDC, ye access to that data nyendo, ya jininang, ya jibe Gambia dinjele from 0 to 18 and from 18 to 100 years. Gambia dinjele eligible to vote these elections. And let them make a comparison between the numbers that within this year, system moment Gambia election on infiltrate, they will come to the conclusion. Wallahi alina inkumuni mark. This is how they rob these elections. Thank God European unions are watching. They analyze in a broader way. They use a diplomatic language to debunk IEC, the deliberate acts. The information of flow nyame, voter nyenkarid nyame, and in the actual, you know na film in dola correct. Nunto election akarid nyadile. Every polling station ning results on nata. Ikawale compile yadi. It is very fast. It is quite fast. Alwe muna jibela irregularity means sort of than lot. Spot counting. Everybody can get it at the right time. Right? Spot counting. This is the fastest way. Kaitol be kelajan sak mobile election so ya be safe to mamene ka send reki to your these things. And ikawale sa will kawale confirm reki forward IEC. IEC ko people let comparing the number total number you make is the entire allowance. But this time around, they have to calculate in their database. They have to make sure that all this dubious business you make be installed in that computer kono. Then IEC and I read. Very irregularity in that tumamena. O time only long breaking in soto to subsidize ka beta ka the vote men tameta ko be subtract can make sure it bit tally in order to deceive the Gambian. But other de maro kita nyadi. The results will kananyame. And in the actual fact member caring, a man not tally no. So UDP in Kolu, Aligning challenge. I'm advising UDP citizens, UDP militant, the Gambian citizens, albetara sitting on the suokono. Albetara sitting on the suokono. Ali party leader la ala statement on alia lamoy. United Democratic Party la leader is not somebody who is violent. And then Gambia dingo be order. Let them maintain peace and stability in this process. Let the United Democratic Party, let the Mama Kande and his team, let them follow the due process. Let them follow these strategies until you end up defining Yinsoto. As at now, Adama Barola mol be jumping ibe celebration, but they are working with their IT department to make sure that ye tally barate kenola because mune osabu. We've got some information been given to the United Democratic Party, and I hope that they will act on that. Compare to one of the MPP own statement, whereby they clearly mention 300,000 votes is already there for them. In Gambia will be no sabala 600,000. This was clearly manifested in MPP major camp, and then there are very names many are clearly mentioned. And there are more vigil many they clearly mentioned, and then the IEC la polling agent and presiding officers many inside the IEC, they are not even part of IEC. Will vigil many they are NIA agents. Many inside to be the presiding officers. So this is one of their strategies. So United Democratic Party militant alta siala suokono andung natra hanatra party militant men left kata daboya. Ngani information on sotona sulanin kunjaro bulako. If any United Democratic Party militant intend to visit Dabola compound, kana UDP la tisat nyendo. Ye timo nyin settle, many alanko they will be pretend na ko they are United Democratic Party militants. Pulka violence create within them themselves. But in other information on yin sotoko, bringing crowd nyin natanaje. Ye muneke information on men nataje. According to Sulanin Kunjaro Benyuno Kono, he was mingling with them. But Yamuneke, Biri Alanko Dabo be sitting ala daleto. Yenyum violence nyintana wala nyama. This tia gaso me Alanko ya samananteng. Senegal embassy le tia gaso duni na Gambia Kono. Let me tell you, it's a very powerful one. Ila aim and objective is, il after double suffocating nila. Because Dabo's health situation on actually what happened to Dabo. Ikamena Dabo ka information on mendila kaya fracture soto, that's not the case. So he left a monelaje, ilatia gas when you fight Dabo la swinging kono, he left a prove way Dabo in suffocating. They deliberately intend to eliminate him. Model belaring, they are very critical. What na bring sulaning kunjaro information on the nakomole fataje, amamfa. But because Manning was completely airlocked because of gas in aduntala bakele. And gas bedunela dumbe dunkele ase fanole. If you don't have enough oxygen, you are off. So this one, yementa ya fight double sokono, ya kill deliberately to eliminate the man. This is one of their targets. So United Democratic Party militants, Dabo made it very clear. Ako akali beta siala suokono. Let United Democratic Party militant albe siala suokono. Let them follow the due process. Gambia mulua bankoleti akali lua respect aleta siala suokono alkane lamo ni WhatsApp group olla. Ni WhatsApp group olla men ka fakar be finla de ni be finla jene. Aleta siala suokono. I hope and pray we have na justice system is still independent. But in Befutala would lato fanale as time goes on. If we find all this data information, I don't know whether United Democratic Party is going to file or to appeal the results, including Mama Kande. We've seen some people like Esafal just been back off without proceeding. Dama Esa is just a law-abiding citizens. Namang satisfy anything that like he will just try to challenge them. But maybe Esafal also give. But I'm important now all over. ye multi be party militant or be party political party leaders all in convince kan pour say the election results in indoors. Now for less than 13 hours, more than Ezafal back of that, and I Adama Barrow congratulate. You see how Gambian can be. Gambian onina sa muta. Taria sa kumuta de. But niya fenyo muta regaba, niya sa fenyo muta regaba, kumubula la be china be fala. You cannot work with Gambians. But the banku dingolo, alta siyalla sokono, Allah makes so peace we maintain in the Gambia. Peace, Allah makes so we maintain in the Gambia. Until we can never be violent. We love our country more than anybody. United Democracy Party militant love that country. Many assurance stand in the United Democracy Party la. Especially not followers all. Nap nani last minute portsul canal near Torah. They are my very independent mind somebody. And don't love it. After all this due process, if we have an independent body in the Gambia, especially the law court, Adama Barrow as a phone on a sira walale. Adama Barrow as a loose no election walale, while election repeat. Either IEC comply, but election repeat no if we have an independent high court, the judiciary system in the Gambia. But the Jumal level judiciary system, I'm not going to deal with that tonight. But do not rule out these results. Do not rule out these results. Balde na le jane to be. I'll make so a peace maintained in the Bangkok. Gambia, what we have. I intend to remain out of politics, but I mean at time to time to update the citizens. That I cannot just stop completely, but I need to give more time for myself in Ning Alatala Center, and I will keep updating the citizens to be vigilant in anywhere they are, but Allah makes sure let peace you maintain. So, United Democracy Party militant, until a loyalty to the United Democracy Party, you know, it's more than anything. By the way, last but not the least, aliye listo menje ka populist NPP in Kolia de ka janjandi, ikafo mole ko United Democracy Party mark expel. How can United Democracy Party expel an independent body like me? This is my independent platform. It has nothing to do with United Democracy Party, like I always said before. And then, but how can United Democracy Party expel Edward Snowden, Sulanding Kunjaro from the United Democracy Party? Alafu eko Sulanding Kunjaro ay Magjane, I am more powerful in the United Democracy Party like Honorable Davo. Sembo men bende United Democracy Party be too. Nga sembo men so the United Democracy Party kono. Party di mo so the jamalam fo olon. So ala fo nyo wulu kabano leko. This sepulol men yalan ko bota NPP le. This gruntled hateful individual me o listo nyendera. Ka fo United Democracy Party we mag jane expelle esa jawla aning sana jawla nyol bamba mas nyola foyeko. It's a garbage. There's nothing truth in that piece of shit, you know. By the way, medana le janeto alafoyeko nale listo menje ko mak nyol expel is peddled by the disgruntled NPP fans. The more interesting sort of. So mbare medana le janeto bi. Until then, Allah barakabake, folks.